Hi, welcome to Juliana's Kitchen. Today the marvelous muffin adventures continue and we're baking up some deliciously different bakery style bran muffins. We're keeping all the wholesome hearty goodness of a classic bran muffin and we're giving it a bakery style makeover. So if you like the sounds of this, please hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get baking. First thing we should do is preheat our oven to 425. Starting at that extra high heat is one of the secrets to getting these beautiful tall bakery style domes. For our muffin tins, you can just spray non-stick straight in the pan and bake them like that, or use regular paper liners. But today I'm going to be using these parchment paper tulip bakery wraps, which are super easy to make. I put a link in the description to show you how to make them on another video, or you can also grab them off of Amazon. The reason I like using them is because they're another one of the secrets that helps make you get a nice high dome on your muffin. Next, we have a little bit of scullery duty to take care of, and that would be to chop a couple dates. You're going to want 1 cup of chopped dates. And because I want to do fancy bakery style, I'm actually going to try and chop some of these dates and leave them in little circle pieces like that so we can have them for decorating on top. So maybe do about 36 little rings so you have 3 for each muffin. And then in a small bowl we want to measure out 2 cups of bran and put those dates we chopped into the bran. And then use a fork to coat them and stir it around. This helps to break up the dates and separate them so that you don't have a big giant clump of date in one muffin. Next we need to zest 1 orange. And then you want to take 1 tablespoon of that zest and put it in your large main mixing bowl. And then whatever you have left, somewhere between a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons, we're going to put that in another small bowl. I know it might take a minute longer, but I promise you adding orange zest takes these to the next level. It is so awesome because orange and date with the bran muffins is like so good. Especially with this next step. You want to take your small bowl that has the 1 to 2 teaspoons of orange zest and add 3 tablespoons of regular sugar. And then just using your spatula, we're going to rub that zest into the sugar, which helps diffuse all the flavors. And this will be our citrus topping. And then we'll just set this aside for the finish. Next we want to put our wet ingredients together. So in that large bowl that you have a tablespoon of orange zest, you want to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And to that we want to add 2 eggs. You can use a spoon for mixing this, but I find a whisk works best. So let's whisk those eggs in. And next you want to add a 1/2 cup of oil. And I'm using olive oil. You can use whatever kind of vegetable oil you have on hand, as long as it's not too strong of a flavor, like peanut or something. And I always like to mix it all in before I add the next ingredient. It just seems to go smoother. Speaking of next ingredients, you want to add 2/3 of a cup of sour cream. And it's always best in baking to use full-fat sour cream. The diet stuff can kind of alter the consistency and make things a little watery sometimes. And we don't want that. So whisk that in. And I don't think they'd really be good bran muffins if they didn't have some molasses in there. So you want to add 1/4 cup of molasses and a teaspoon of vanilla and whisk that in too. And then the last wet ingredient you want to add is 1 cup of milk. Best to use whole milk if you have it, but if not, don't worry too much because the amount of fat in whole versus 1% is not that significant that it's going to change your recipe. That's it for the wet ingredients, but before I switch out the whisk and change to a spatula, I'm going to add our leavening agents now. And you want to sprinkle them across the surface rather than just put them in one little lump. And we'll need a teaspoon of baking soda and a tablespoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt. And then whisk that in and give it a minute to dissolve because we don't want any lumps of baking soda in our muffins. You could mix it all in with the flour, but this just saves you one less dish. And now you want to switch out your whisk back to your spatula and we'll add the flour. And that would be 2 cups of flour. I am sifting mine in. If you don't have a sifter, you can just put it in a bowl and whisk it around with a fork for a few minutes because we just want to get a little bit of air in the flour. And then in classic muffin style, you just want to mix it enough for the dry to be absorbed into the wet. That's why a spatula comes in handy because it's easier to fold the batter. And that just means going to the bottom of the bowl, up and around. Do that a couple of times till all the flour is absorbed. Because one of the secrets to having nice fluffy muffins is to not overmix your batter. And this batter is a little bit wet looking right now, but that's because we're about to add the bran. So 2 cups of bran with the 1 cup of date bits we chopped up. Bran absorbs a lot of liquids, so that's why the batter looked really wet. It won't for long. And then we just want to fold that in until all the bran is nicely absorbed. And if you want a modern day hack on how to up the protein in these without changing the flavor, adding 1/3 cup of hemp parts increases the protein from about 5.8 grams a muffin to 7.3. Fold those in too, and then into the tins we go. If you happen to have one of these ice cream scoops, they are awesome for getting your batter into the cups. If not, you can still just use a spoon and a spatula. That works great too. And then top each muffin with a little bit of that citrus sugar. And we'll add a couple pieces of those dates that we cut in little circles. Now we'll pop them in the oven at 425 for 5 minutes. And then we're going to turn it down to 400 and continue baking for 10 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown and the toothpick comes out clean. I'll show you. The toothpick test is when you insert a toothpick in the middle of your muffin, and if it comes out nice and dry and clean like that, you know your muffins are ready. I wish you guys could smell these. Or better yet, make some and have them while they're fresh and warm with some butter and a nice cup of coffee. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you're looking for some more deliciously different muffin recipes, I've put a link at the end of this video for you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.